this is going to be, I found out I was pregnant. Let's start out with when I found out I was pregnant. I found out I was pregnant when I was around 2 weeks pregnant. Well, 1 to 2 weeks pregnant. I'm not really sure. I was just very early on. And now let's move on to how me and Noah even met in the first place. Okay? So, in 10th grade, back when Meet Me was poppin', he added me on Meet Me when I was in Athens with my mom when she was at a conference for her work. Okay? He started texting me and he was really sweet. But back then, I wasn't into the sweet, caring guys. I was into the more douchebags type guys. And I don't really know why. It's just what I was into. So Noah was being all sweet and he was texting me back and forth, and he would blow up my phone, tell me how pretty and how beautiful I was. And I really wasn't used to that. I was used to people like commenting like on my boobs and things like that. I'm just gonna be honest. So I was like, oh, this is odd. Okay? This is odd. I really didn't know my worth back then, I guess is what you could say, but I know my worth now. So because he was really sweet and he would text me back and forth like every morning and all night and all day, and just basically being nice and Noah, because that's just who Noah is, which that's one of the reasons why I love him now. And I wouldn't trade him for anything in the world, and I am so thankful for Noah. But, he annoyed me. His name in my phone was actually You Annoy Me, with like the upside down face that you create yourself back then. So I blocked him. I blocked his number. And then my senior year of high school, I got involved with this boy. I'm not going to mention any names. But this boy would accuse me of cheating and all these things that he was actually doing. And so we broke up. And one day I made a status about this boy. So me and Noah actually met when I was in 10th grade. But I was a little... I wouldn't say I was a... Because I wasn't a hoe or anything. I just didn't really know my worth. And I just thought someone being nice to me was odd. So it kind of annoyed me. So I blocked him. So me and this boy that I was dating my senior year, we broke up. And I wasn't really hurt. I was more hurt because I lost a friend. I was more hurt because I lost a friend than anything. And let me just make sure my phone's not going to die. I was more hurt because I lost a friend more than anything. And I made a Facebook status one day. Noah saw it and asked me if I was okay. And my senior year, okay, around the end of my junior year or middle of my junior year is when I kind of realized my worth and things like that. And this relationship I had in my senior year really made me realize my worth. And so I really didn't think it was odd for people to be nice to me back then. I really wasn't as mean as I was to people that would be nice to me back then. So Noah messaged me and asked me if I was okay because I just made the status. And I told him about what had happened and blah, 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 blah. And we just kept talking back and forth. So eventually that talking back and forth, we had some difficulties and forth, but we're not going to go into those because it doesn't really matter now. We ended up together. So basically us talking back and forth and calling each other baby and baby and just babe and baby and just talking on Facebook led to him coming to my house one day, and then we officially got together on May 27th. And then he would come to my house every weekend, spend the night at my house. And then we were together for a year. After that year, he took me to Vulcan and we got engaged. That's where he asked me to marry him. I really love the Vulcan because I really love the fact that you can see full metal Mimi. If we would have gotten sprayed, I don't think, and I'm sorry if some of you don't believe in God, but I really believe that was God's way of saying back in 10th grade, this isn't supposed to happen right now. This is supposed to happen later in life. Because back when I was in 10th grade, there was no way we would have been able to see each other because we didn't have a car, I didn't have a car. So it wouldn't have worked out. We have in the world, but that's how me and Noah met. So now moving on, how I found out I was pregnant. Okay, I went to visit my mom back in August, the beginning of August, for her birthday. Okay, but let me back. Before I went to foods that I loved made me so sick, and the smell of those foods that I loved made me so sick. Like the smell of chicken nuggets made me sick. Eating chicken nuggets up on Bell gave me diarrhea, TMI. But I didn't really think anything of it because I didn't think, like anything of it. Well, maybe like my mom, and she was like, you look really bloated. And I knew, like, with early pregnancy, so I was like, okay. Well, I had already made an appointment with, Planned Parenthood because, I was just, I take seasonal medicine, so I wanted to think of okay. But then the other no, but yeah, I really did think, because I've always heard that but I guess everyone is different. What else? Okay, so moving on. Okay, I came home from visiting my mother for her birthday, and I had some of those negative, but no. That's that whole body started to shake. Both of us have always wanted kids, and we would find a way. And I took this test on Noah. After I saw the second line popped up on the test, I knew it had to be accurate because I have never gotten a positive on those cheap cardboard strips. So after I saw the second line, I thought I was tripping. Okay, I thought I was seeing things. So I called Noah in there and was like, Noah, do you see this? Am I the only one who sees this? Okay. And he was like, yeah, I see it. But did you follow it directly? And I was like, I followed the directions correctly. The packages, I followed the directions correctly. So, after that's my previous videos. You've seen this have moment there because I was freaking out and my whole body was shaking and I was like, well then it wasn't like I didn't want the baby, it was just kinda like, well then okay. Now my original plan was not to tell my family until after. So I canceled the Planned Parenthood appointment because I read some reviews on Google that said hear this talk about abortion and stuff. Now I don't know if that's true or not. I'm not saying it is true. I'm not bashing Planned Parenthood or anyone who has abortions. Like, that's your choice. Abortion is just not for me. I don't believe in it, but if you believe in it, hey, that's your choice. That's your right. But it's just not for me. Especially when, if it was true, the lady said on the phone that they wouldn't see me until I was 8 weeks pregnant. So I was like, okay, that's fine, but will you ask him about my medicines and tell me what I should be doing? I knew I had to take folic acid because I knew my seizure medicine completes. Sorry. And right here. They said I was fine to take all of my medicines. So after that, doctor, not a person who can keep secret, and so I was like, well, so I called my brother. Well, maybe said we'll make it. I would have a job now, but right now, without a degree, put somebody in that to the back. Because I'm not, if I physically could, I would be working. But I said we will make it work to the best of our ability. We need to take responsibility for us. So, yeah. I hung up on him. And then after that, because I was ashamed or anything, just because I'm not one who. Yeah, and I knew my parents wanted better for me. So I texted my dad this very long text message that basically said, hey, I'm pregnant. I'm sorry if you are going to yell at me. I don't want to hear it. I said, I know that a baby is not easy to raise, and I said, I will take responsibility for my actions. Basically, that just. And then I said, I will let you tell mom because I can't deal with that, and I know that she will yell at me. So he told my dad told my mom for me. That is how that went down. And 2 days later, she messaged me on Facebook and said she didn't know what to say to me, but she still loved me and she supported me in any decision that I made. So that was nice. And that's how I found out I was pregnant and how I told my family.